Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, and I'm back with Gooseheaded this time. Thief 3 is not able to join us. We took a little break there in between these last two games. I went and so I think everyone's probably at least had a meal. I went and saw a hockey game. My hometown OHL hockey team won 7-1, so that was pretty awesome. A whole lot of fun watching that. But now I'm back home, and I'm going to go watch some more StarCraft. I'm going to watch Set 4 of STX Seoul versus Woongjin Stars, and this should be a lot of fun. One of the aces for Woongjin Stars is going to pop out now. It's going to be free, and Zero is going to be saved for a little later in the series if needed, but it's going to be free. It's going to make an attempt at taking down Modesty, who's already taken down Quanro as well as Piano, so Modesty's on a pretty good streak here, and I said earlier that he is a ZVZ specialist, but coming away with a victory over Piano with Terran players, very, very good for Modesty for his record, and certainly for his confidence. We'll see if he's able to come up with something here against Woongjin Stars Free, aka Pretty, on a map New Tornado. I'm not sure about the actual statistics on this, but I'm pretty sure that this is actually a nice map for Protoss versus Zerg. I think that you actually have been doing pretty well on the New Tornado.
Yeah, I sadly am not really into the map stats, or at least with this map specifically. It seems to be a well-balanced map overall, but yeah, lately I've seen a couple of really what could be considered bad players just pulling off some great plays and having some great matches. And this is what seems to be happening with Modesty here. Modesty was just really a ZVZ sniper. That seems to be his sole purpose in the StarCraft universe, well, or at least that's what I used to think. But then I watched that game versus Piano, and I have to say, Modesty was actually pretty impressive here. Well, there actually, he pulled a lot of pressure on Piano. He was just an overall good player, really. We have Free sending his first scouting probe in the correct location, while Modesty has sent his overall in the correct location as well. So we're not gonna see some early cannons coming from Free. Free's gonna be able to just be a bit safer because he's gonna be aware of what Modesty is up to, and we see a pull first build coming from Modesty. So Modesty is either just gonna put some really early pressure, gonna do something crazy like a 12-link run by. That I'd love to see that, or maybe he's just going to be a bit more passive here and just putting that pull down to get the scout killed.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try to stop the overpool, the follow Apache that's going to come down here, and he's just trying to delay it as far as possible. And I think I heard a pylon. I think I heard a pylon being placed while they're staring at this girl. Yep, there is the pylon, and just going to be a nuisance. Going to force that drone to go to the third base, probably at the yeah, there he is, going there to the third base, and then Free should be able to just cancel his pylon, and Zerg will counter by throwing out his third hatch at that location. So not a big deal, too much really there. I think players at this point have pretty much gotten used to this type of thing happening, so they're not overly concerned with it. It doesn't mess up with their build orders too much. I'm sure that Modesty has seen this before in his practice sessions, even if he hasn't necessarily been practicing versus Protoss that heavily recently. I'm sure that he's had to deal with this sort of thing before, and Zerg players have gotten pretty good at adjusting accordingly. And I gotta say, for this series, that I am really hoping here in the latter stages of the series that all of my favorite players come out. I don't know if people know this, but STX Seoul is my favorite team, followed by Woongjin Stars, so I was really excited to start casting the series. And we've already seen Calm and Quanro and now Free coming out, and if we can see Wash and Cal and Zero all come out in more sets coming out later, I don't care how it happens, who wins what, but if we can see those three guys, I will be so happy, because that will be pretty much all of my favorite players playing in one day, and I cannot say that I've ever seen all like 6 or 7 of my favorite players playing at the same time. It would be wonderful to me if we can have a 7-set series where all of my favorite players come out.
Wow, glad to know you're really enjoying this. I'm not a big fan of either team. I'm all the way. But yeah, I am having fun commentating these games. We got some really action-packed, short, sweet games here. Looks like there's the 7x score going up for Free as well. And I was surprised to see that Free put down 2 cannons there, even though he saw Modesty putting his third hatchery down. But yeah, he did cancel his cannon, and he's put his Nexus just after our first cannon. So the Nexus should be up for Modesty right now. And we see the 2 links just scaring away the scouting probe from Free. So nothing just really this match is just a bit slow-paced here. I don't think Modesty has made any more Zerglings though, so that's from a Zerg perspective, that's just a bit unusual. We see more Zerglings and the Lair coming up for Modesty. The Cybernetic score is up for free, and looks like a Stargate on the natural expansion for free. Excuse me. I'm not entirely sure why he would put a Stargate in his natural expansion. Probably to hide it from scouting overlords that would normally go into the main, or perhaps because of the distance advantage. I'm not entirely sure, but we are going to see some Corsairs out from for free really soon, and that drone is going to make a Spire. So this could potentially, well, this is going to be a 3-hatch Muta build coming from Modesty. Excuse me.
3-hatch Muta? I don't know. This might be a 3-hatch Spire right into the 5-hatch build, which the Neo Soren. I don't think we're going to see Mutas out of this. That'd be very weird, especially at this map. I don't think is particularly well suited to Muta play either. I don't think those mineral lines are really close to the wall there on the left, the edge of the map. So I don't think Mutas are really going to be all that effective. I think it's just going to be a normal Neo Soren. You may be onto something, but we'll see. I think this might actually be a +1 speed lot build. I wasn't actually watching the Forge, but definitely see the Citadel of Adun coming up, and the Forge is not spinning, so never mind, it's not going to be a speed lot build. But at least we are going to have the Citadel of Adun coming up. We're going to probably get some, at least, I'm sure speed will come into play, as well as Templar tech will be coming into play. This could actually be a pseudo Corsair DT. We could see a DT opening at least, and yeah, there's the 4th and the 5th hat trick for Modesty as well. So it's going to be pretty standard opening, and we should see a Hydra Den coming up soon. And we'll see. I've seen a lot of Zerg players recently. The original use of this build was 5-hatch pure Hydra. Just spam as many Hydras as you can, and just bust open the Protoss player. But recently, I think Protoss players have kind of gotten used to that. So I've seen a lot of Zerg players use this Neo Soren build, getting a lot of production out of 5 hatcheries, but do a lurker opening instead of an actual just straight up Hydra opening. So I've seen that a few times, and it's also been pretty effective and pretty fun to watch. Definitely some high intensity games. So we'll see if which kind of a build here Modesty decides to go to. And Free getting 2 Overlord kills with 2 of his Corsairs. So doing a good job here with his Corsairs, and also I think he picked off a 3rd Overlord with his Dragoons. So definitely doing a lot of damage there that probably Modesty should not have allowed, and that's a little bit of an error in his case. Losing 3 Overlords, it's kind of unacceptable actually.
3 Overlords total. Yeah, that's just a big loss for Zerg. 1 or 2 Overlords is just fine, but 3 is just being a bit sloppy. And we see that, yes, all of the 5 hatcheries are actually, all of the 4 hatcheries, the 5th hatchery just popping now, have eggs being morphed, and the Hydralisk Den is up. So we're gonna see a lot of Hydras here really soon. And oh, those Scourges just barely missing that Corsair. And I'm pretty sure Free has scouted this, and yeah, he's got Corsairs all around the place, and he has scouted the build. He has a single DT out as well. So Modesty is just gonna make, build his army at the moment, and just gonna, suit himself up, get a couple of upgrades, and then attack. While Free is just being a bit more aggressive here with that single Corsair, just still looking around, even though it's being chased by 2 Scourge, it is still scouting around. 6 gateways total for Free now as well. So Free is gonna be pumping his army in a couple of minutes here as well. So both players are pretty much aware of what each other is doing, so they are preparing. They're gonna build their armies. And I believe, the first couple of control groups for Modesty is out, and those Hydras doing a small mistake there, moving towards Free's base without detection, and that was a DT in the area. DT did get sniped by that slow Overlord, but I'm pretty sure that as soon as Modesty gets a couple of Hydra drones there. Sorry, I just got distracted. As soon as Modesty gets a couple of extra Hydra groups, he should be